Hello, this is Malorian, and this is going to be a 25-point game of my Darius against Harkevich. So that's right, I decided to start a new army. I went and I sold one of my old 40k armies, got a whole bunch of Signar, and really all I plan to do is just a whole bunch of Jacks and Darius. I've been plagued with people saying that my Everblight is cheesy, and I've always wanted to try to have a War Machine army along with my Hordes army, so this one here is just going to be my Darius, and I have also the starting box caster striker, and basically I'm just going to be using him whenever it might be like a two caster game or something. But yeah, I think it should be a lot of fun. Anyway, my brother decided to give me a go, and he's trying out something new too. He got the new gun carriage, so he's going to have that a go. And otherwise, in this mission here, we're not even running a mission. It's just a fun little fast game to try out some stuff, and off we go. So on my brother's side, he had the gun carriage, he had Black Ivan, he had a destroyer, then he has Harkevich, and he has the mechs in the back, and that's really it. It's a nice small army, and really, I should just be able to get up there and just tear things apart, hopefully. And then here's my 25, so I have the Ironclad, I have the Centurion, I have the Lancer, then I have Darius and his little half-jacks, the Squire, and then over on the far side I also have a Hunter. So really my plan is just to get up the armor buff on the Centurion. He's the one that's going to be taking the hit, and then I counter with the rest while the Hunter harasses from the side. So I get first turn and I kind of start with a botch. Of course I allocate focus to my jacks, run them all up. But then when it came to Darius, what I want to do was use the crane, because I need my Centurion to be the lead guy, but he's also slower. So I moved him up to crane forward the Centurion first before he ran, and that left me back in the dust, which isn't exactly a good thing, and I definitely could have handled that better by moving into the front of him and then craning. I could be up another 4 or 5 inches, so kind of a big blunder on my side, but at least I have some good positioning where I don't have to worry about this wall getting in my way. So his turn, he doesn't really do a lot of damage to me. He just kind of shuffles up a bit and shoots, and most of it scatters, does nothing. He actually does no damage whatsoever to me. And this is where I was a little bit worried, because with running no mission, he can easily just back away, and not have to commit. So I'll have to make sure to just force him into a corner and get this over with. So this turn started off with a little bit of unfortunate that because I didn't move up that far, I was actually too far out of range of the Hunter, so I couldn't allocate any focus to it, so that was really unfortunate. Otherwise, things are just moving into position. I took one shot with the Hunter without any boost or anything. I took 6 damage off the Destroyer, so that was pretty cool. And otherwise, I'm just waiting to see if he's going to try and commit or if he's going to run, and then me just trying to catch him. So his turn, he actually does go and commit. So the gun carriage slams into the Ironclad, knocks me down. Its shots scatter, and really in combat, he only did 1 damage to me. Black Ivan goes into my Centurion, but really, with me having my defensive buff and all this stuff, he really doesn't do very much at all. I think maybe 6 boxes, and doesn't knock anything out. Meanwhile, his mechanics go and fix his Juggernaut. Juggernaut fires at my Hunter, and now my Cortex is gone. So that's unfortunate, but just the way it goes. And otherwise, yeah, looking to really hit back hard now. My turn 3, and I really botched this one. To start off with, I just kind of went right into there and started having my little half-jacks going and fixing me, and then I realized I didn't allocate any focus, and I didn't upkeep my spell. So that really hurt. Really, the only thing that saved me was the fact that I had Jackhammer, so I could pretty much allocate focus after the fact. And so with that, the Ironclad was able to forfeit its movement to get up, destroy the gun carriage. The Centurion got a couple of hits on Black Ivan, but with this thing where I missed him a few times, he backed away, so I hardly did anything whatsoever. And then otherwise, my Hunter is just kind of pulling away. It shoots in, does maybe 3 damage this time, and really, I'm just liking the way this is sitting. I fixed a lot of the damage to myself. I took out a big jack of his, and he now has a big gaping hole where maybe I can get the Harkevich. His turn 3 then, he gets his revenge. This is going to be his feet turn, and so really his shots at me and stuff really didn't do anything, but then he was able to charge in both of these guys, and the Centurion just couldn't take it all. So, really kicking myself for not having those buffs on, because it really was close. He only just barely destroyed it. So, this is just all my fault. And then otherwise, I just like how his mechanics had gone over to fix the Juggernaut there, the destroyer, so that now whatever damage I do, they're going to be too far away to fix, whereas my fixers are right here. My turn 3 then, I make sure to allocate focus, and first I start going in with the Ironclad into Black Ivan, but this is when I realize that Harkevich's feat raises his armor, so I really didn't get done as much as I'd like, but I destroyed his claw. So because the claw was gone, I decided to send in Darius, did a couple of smashes with him, so that the Black Ivan is really messed up. And then now that I know that their armor's so high and that my Lancer has no chance against his destroyer, I just went and smashed him with my shield a bunch and just took away his entire cortex. So, now he has one guy whose main weapon is going to be down 1 dice and another guy that he can't even allocate focus to. Meanwhile, the Hunter is just going around and trying to pick on Harkevich. It really is useless shooting against him, but I'm just trying to make him look like a threat so that he'll come over and try and deal with him when really my Hunter is useless. His turn 4 then, his mechanics then kind of take the bait and they go after the Hunter, and I think both of us are kind of happy with this because he saw his guys are kind of too far now. Either way, his guys now kind of go after Darius. He does about half damage to me, but I'm still alive and kicking. My turn 5, I'm now able to destroy both of his jacks, and then I send the Lancer in to Harkevich, just really to keep him in place. The little half jacks are just running around just to get in the way, and the ones running over to try and start healing up the, the Hunter. But really, he's just down to Harkevich, so it's pretty much over. Or at least I thought it was until he pulled this off. So he went and he hit my Lancer twice so that he could be out of combat. Shoots Darius with this magical blast thing, and as you can see, I came very close to dying. I was really happy that I kept the one focus there. But he actually kind of botched this up because he had hit me away so that he could shoot me, and then realized you can't hit and shoot at the same time. He would have been a lot better off just taking the free strike and going for it. But even when we rolled it off, he rolled double ones to hit, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. And then finally my turn is just things getting out of the way, and then Ironclad running up, smashing the ground, and then smashing Harkevich for the win. So a victory to Darius, which is, pretty cool, new army, and it worked out really well. One of the things that should be definitely used to qualify that, though, is that I said right away at the end that I knew my brother went easy on me because he knew that I had this new army. He knew it was all jacks, and then he took an anti-infantry army against me. So basically, he had the gun cards that he wanted to try out, and then just to be nice to me, he tried it with kind of like a Harkevich themed list type thing. And so he went easy on me, which is nice because I made my mistakes. But hey, I'll take it. I'll take the win. And one thing that we were really wanting to make sure, because it plays a big deal with my army, is just that whole tremor with the whole quake hammer, where you can just hit the ground and knock everything around you down. Just making sure that that's actually how it works. You don't have to actually roll the hit or something, and that's how I think it is. But if there's another Signar player out there that can fill me in, that'd be great. So thanks for watching. Bye.